This mutation is called Endless Infection and is played on Void Launch. We have 3 mutators active. We have Black Death, we have Alien Incubation, and we have Walking Infested. So, let us have a look at the masteries. Swann, 30 points into the Combat Drop Mastery, 30 points into the Structure Health Mastery, and 30 points into the Drill Upgrade Mastery. Swann, a level 1000 level commander, and we have SC2 Coop, who is going to be chilling as Raynor. This commander will not be doing anything. This is essentially a Swann solo of this mutation on a custom mutation map. It's not even an arcade map, so props to New Metal for that. So we have the standard Swann build, factory, made, raised, flying, and the SCVs now will make up some blaster billies to try and clear these expansion rocks. So this mutation in general, there are actually quite a few commanders that work really well, Swann being one of them. Any commander who has really good static defense will work really well, so you have the standard Karax, even Mensk, really solid commander here. You have commanders that are also like expendable, so commanders such as Zagara or Stukov, they also work. So it's not a particularly difficult mutation, just have to keep the Black Death mutator off your army unit. So commanders with more expensive army units will struggle a little bit more on this mutation, especially with the spam, because do remember that the Alien Incubation and the Walking Infested, the units that spawn from the enemy forces, they also have a chance of carrying this blade debuff, so it can get pretty bad if you were not paying attention. So this is the first thing. So we have the Swann laser drill. He's using the P1 prestige, so he's using the heavy weapon specialist prestige, which means he's not going to be having access to the call downs, but he will be having access to a little slow here for the laser drill. The enemy composition, because he's the masters and machines, probably not as ideal as Swann would like, but we already have a Flaming Betty here that will be able to deal very easily with the slew of Infested that are going to be spawning from the enemy units here. Now, if you do intend on playing Swann, one of the enemy compositions that work really well is air compositions. If you are up against an air composition and you hit the forward air unit with your drill, what usually happens is it'll slow down because of the splash damage, and all the other air units that were behind it will actually crash into it, and they will also get hit by the Swann's laser drill. So the only reason why it is so effective also is because air units have the ability to stack on top of each other, so you can really maximize the damage output of Swann's laser drill. You can see this factory already doing a lot of work, and unfortunately it does not get any of the kill credit. The drill is going to be getting all the credit here, but you'll be able to see over here, this is the amount of damage that has been dealt by the laser drill over the course of the game. If anyone's curious here, this is not actually the mule, so this is the amount of minerals that are being mined by the commander, but over here that is the laser drill damage. So this is the total amount of damage dealt by the laser drill. Even if you use your call downs, that damage is counted. We already have another attack wave on the way, and another factory has already been made, and this factory now will be getting ready to provide a little bit more vision and some extra defenses also being utilized here. So we have a blaster belly and an extra Flaming Betty added to the mix here. And Swann's laser drill will be able to deal with that, but he's actually going to use his call down here. So we have the combat drop being used, and this factory over here is going to be chilling right now. And we also have the fire suppression system upgrade and the Terran building armor upgrade already researched. So this is all good to go. So this attack wave has been handled by Swann. This combat drop will end up dying. Expansion also taken out, and this drill now just slowly focusing down these rocks to try and clear them out as well. But I think there's going to be a lot of factorying over here. So we're going to see what we have in production for Swann. Yeah, so we have some more static defense here, and we have the high-sec auto-tracking upgrade. That'll increase the range of Swann's turrets by a little bit, which will be also kind of nice. So that should be pretty good here. So that's the range upgrade being researched and completed. So 170 seconds until the next combat drop, so Swann will need to try and get a little bit of vision here. So he already has everything ready, so he's going to be able to take this out. Factory will try to run away, and do know one thing here is that these shuttles... Is the shuttle actually getting slowed down? Yes. Or is that just the terrain? Oh, interesting. I think the shuttle actually does get slowed down here. Yeah, it does get slow. Interesting. I didn't actually know that. I did not think that they were actually, like, they could be slowed down here. But apparently they are being slowed down by Swann's laser drill. I don't think that is intended, but it is what it is. So Swann's factory now is just going to try and maintain vision here and pick off the rest of these things. There's a random hybrid over here. Oh, there's an attack wave. Okay, never mind. I was not paying attention to the map. I was like, why is that hybrid just randomly moving around the map? But there is a hybrid working its way now towards Swann's base, and where is I think it's gonna be going for the expansion. I think the hybrid. Okay, so there are plenty of defenses over here, so these things should maybe hold. Unfortunately, this Flaming Betty is going to be taking a lot of damage, especially when Amon notices that. I want to pause and have a look at what happened over there. Amon actually split his forces because he knew that the amount of damage the hybrid was going to deal was going to take out that Flaming Betty. So the rest of the stalkers on the back focused something else. It focused another one of the static defense. Go back and have a look at the video. This has happened so many times, and like it's something people do not realize. But the AI does micro at least a little bit. It calculates the amount of DPS it's putting on a structure or a unit, and if it knows it's going to be able to kill it, it will actually take the other units and focus on something else. So they have the boys are being pulled right now. The infected boys are left behind to die, and there we go. So this expansion will be able to hold eventually after these guys are clear, but these SCVs now are repairing themselves and trying to keep themselves alive. But these three SCVs are a liability. They will probably be sent into the middle of Amon's base so as to make sure that they do not end up infecting the other units here. There are still a few zealots over here, so that'll be a little bit annoying for this thing. I do not know if the bonus objective is the primary goal of the solo. It is a little bit tricky when you're trying to solo everything with a laser drill, but it's kind of fun to see. So yeah, those are the SCVs. Those SCVs are not going to last, and I think this science vessel as well is not going to last. This factory does get focused a little bit, and it's getting picked up by a little bit of stalkers. Over here, the science vessel is totally 100% going to go down. The shuttles are on their way already. There is another attack wave over here, and press F for the scientists. They're all going to end up dying, and this attack wave actually, this harass wave will be going and attacking the player's main. So over here, this factory has provided vision now of these shuttles, and the laser drill is sitting at laser drill level 1, which is good. It's going to be going up to the maximum level, obviously, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Over here, this factory is trying to stall a little bit, and this factory will end up getting destroyed by Amon's forces, and I think this factory might also end up eventually. I don't think there's nothing left here. There's just like one stalker, and that Phoenix will also end up dying. Over here, this static defense should be able to hold reasonably well. There's so many red dots on the map. And I think these shuttles will end up dying as well. Yeah, there we go. That shuttle ends up going down, and now this attack wave will be moving up over here. And there's another huge attack wave over here as well. Remember, I think the goal of this game is pure static defense. So not having the siege tanks at the back kind of hurts also a little bit, because the siege tanks do help a lot. But over here, nice utilization of the high ground does end up killing off that hybrid. There's really nothing there that will be threatening these forces or the static defense. And now this one last hybrid over here. So Blaster Pele is doing a good work on the hybrid, and the hybrid ends up going down. And the rest of this, actually, there are no more Flaming Betties left. One random High Templar, but the High Templar will also end up getting killed off eventually. Laser Drill also coming in to help now, and that is all really good. So we have Laser Drill level 2 researched and ready to go. So I think this Laser Drill now is going to be at its maximum potential, and we have the next shuttle spawn, and Swann is sending more and more factories over and just there just to provide some vision while he picks off the rest of these shuttles. So right now I think he has enough factories, and he has enough factories. He's still producing, like he's producing 4 factories at a time because he knows he's going to end up losing them. But he's also producing a lot more of the static defense here, and the static defense will be kind of important for dealing with the hybrids, because those attack waves are a little bit nasty, especially because the attack waves tend to line up with the shuttle waves. So you're busy focusing down the shuttles, and the attack wave tends to, you know, just skip through and go wherever it wants to. So 3 factories being utilized over here. Masters of Machines, I think they should basically only be Phoenixes in these air escorts, so it should not be too bad. The final wave is going to be a little bit nasty because there are going to be some motherships as well, so those motherships will actually cloak everything else, which prevents Swann from attacking, so he'll need to do splash damage to be able to take out the units in that attack wave. So There we go, focusing on the scout, and now back on these shuttles. Over here, there is a huge attack wave, 3 hybrids, and a lot of stalkers here. So this factory is going to trying to get away, but I don't think it's going to be able to do so. And so far, 2 of the 3 shuttles have been killed off. 1 more left. This Tunafish hybrid somewhat confused as to where it wants to go and decides, you know what, I just want to go and check out the player's base here. So over here, these static defense, actually, this Flaming Betty might end up going down. These Flaming Betties aren't very strong. Okay, so we have a combat drop being utilized here. So combat drop will be able to stall this attack wave. Over here, I think there's adequate static defense. Well, some of the SCVs do end up dying over here, but yeah, these hybrids are going to stand no chance against the Blaster Billies over here. So these Blaster Billies doing a lot of work, and those are the shuttles cleared. And over here, just a little bit of trickle from the rest of the air units that had spawned with the shuttle wave. So that is the a 3rd wave, 4th wave of shuttles that has been cleared, and now we have a double shuttle wave, and this is going to be where the mission gets a little bit more tricky. Bonus objective number 2 has spawned, and again, this bonus objective is not going to survive. Swann really doesn't have the ability to split his laser drill into 2 different beams, otherwise that would be really cool, but unfortunately for Swann, that is not an option. So this is pretty much going to evaporate as soon as it lands, because that Immortal is going to start hitting it along with that Void Ray as well. So let's see how quickly this thing dies. So it's going to go down, the Zealots are going to aggro, and the Immortal is going to aggro, and as soon as they start attacking it, this thing is just going to explode into little tiny bits. And that harass wave didn't even get to the science vessel before it died. So now that harass wave will go and attack the player's base, because if you do not clear the harass wave, it will be given an attack command. Over here, the shuttles have all the factories have already intercepted this, so that is also really good. And where is the laser drill attacking right now? I cannot see where the laser drill is attacking. Okay, it's attacking these shuttles. It was targeting something else before these shuttles. I'm not sure what it was targeting, but these shuttles will end up getting cleared out. Over here, these factories just drawing a little bit of aggro, just trying to draw this attack wave back. It's a very valiant attempt, but the attack waves will not leash forever. Eventually, they will ignore your units and they will not be drawn away. So it's a very clever idea to try and stall, but does not work for a long period of time. So over here, there's a random Tunafish hybrid that has that is taking an interest in these spinning dizzies, but that is going to get kicked out very quickly. And over here we have some 3 Immortals, some more Stalkers. The Immortals just staring at these Stalkers and they're like, wait, why are you guys after this thing here? And over here we have some more Stalkers. There's so much stuff on the map right now, and Swann does not have enough laser drill ability to focus on everything here. The laser drill actually has been targeting some of the walking infested, so that has actually taken off some more of the DPS potential for Swann. But right now everything is going to clump up here. This is going to be really good for Swann laser drill DPS here. It's focusing on this hybrid, and this hybrid, like all these units, are going to be clumping up around the hybrid, because the hybrid usually ends up leading the attack wave. That's just how the attack waves are programmed. So that is actually going to deal a lot of damage over here. You can see the Swann's laser drill doing a lot of work right now. So 1 hybrid has been killed off so far, but now we have this one is going to be really nasty. This one is going to get really hairy. So this triple shuttle wave is, I remember when I first started playing Starcraft, this was the hardest wave for me to deal with, because you have the 3 shuttle waves plus 3 escorts plus one entire attack wave that joins in. So this is going to get really messy. So we do have the combat drop being used here just to try and stall a little bit. So first shuttle wave has been cleared, some more factories are moving in to get some more vision, and this attack wave as well, really nasty. So there are some Immortals over here, and they're going to shred through these stack defense, so there will need to be a little bit more damage output. I think these shuttles might be getting away. This factory trying to get a little bit more vision. I don't know if the laser drill will be able to kill this off in time. 10 seconds left, and I think this factory might end up going down before, yeah, unfortunately, that factory does end up going down. Very nice attempt though. The shuttles did stall a little bit because they were getting hit by the laser drill. Unfortunately, not enough. So we do have a few shuttles that have escaped. 2 have escaped so far, so if 3 more escape, it is going to be GG. And over here, this ramp is really well defended, so nothing is getting up on that ramp. Over here, there's a random Tunafish hybrid that's just attacking this. And over here, we have... Which attack wave was this? Was this the attack wave that was there from the previous I wasn't keeping track because there's so many things happening on the map, but there's so much red on the map. But I think this can't have been the previous attack wave, right? This had to be the one with the triple wave. I think this is just hybrid is just hanging around from there. I think this is random Archon also attacking this. So we have another shuttle wave. We have a lot of factories over here, and yeah, you can see the limitations here of Swann's laser drill. It's like it just doesn't have enough time to take out everything that he wants to kill, and there's just so much red on the map right now. It's kind of difficult. Okay, there's another attack wave spawning. And are they going to meet up with this hybrid? Yes, they're going to meet up with this hybrid. That's going to be an awkward moment. It's like, hey, aren't you supposed to be the player's base? What are you doing over here? And these two factories are going to end up going down. I'm pretty sure about that. And I don't know if these guys are also going to end up getting picked up. Actually, surprisingly, this is going to survive. Okay, no, they're not surviving. Okay, there was a Void Ray over there. That Void Ray was having none of it. So that's the second factory going to go down. I think there is going to be a lot more casualties over here. The Swann's, where's Swann's laser drill? Okay, it is attacking this one shuttle. So, second factory gets destroyed by Amon's forces. And now, very nice lock on over here onto these shuttles. And these shuttles will also end up getting picked off by the laser drill because they are all going to just get frozen. And actually, this attack wave is just parked itself right underneath the laser drill, underneath these shuttles. And I think the laser drill did a lot of damage over there. So that is also really good, and now the laser drill is going to focus down on this attack wave. And unfortunately, a lot of things melt really, really quickly, and the laser drill targeting is kind of a little bit slow as well. So it takes time after you kill a unit to retarget onto something else, which is why usually targeting hybrids would be really, really good. Where is the laser drill targeting right now? I don't know. Laser drill is going to be focusing, yeah. So what's happening over here, you can see laser drill ends up like focusing on some random unit here, so you have to manually target like this. See, he's manually targeted this hybrid, and because he's manually targeting this hybrid, then it means the laser drill doesn't have to refocus on something else, and you end up killing off the units that are around it a lot quicker. So that is also one thing to note, is always try and pick the highest HP unit, the highest vitality unit, because everything else will clump up around it and end up dying in the splash damage over here. An army of factories moving over. We have a double shuttle wave here, and this is going to be, again, really, really, really messy. Or this is the triple shuttle wave. This is the final wave. There are motherships here, and now there are some colossi that are cloaked over here, so these factories can't really see anything. They will have to try and take out these shuttles one by one. So many factories on the map. I will take your guess as to how many factories have died throughout the course of this mission. There are a lot of casualties here. Now, I think he cannot let any shuttles escape, because if he does, it is going to be game over, and those shuttles are actually getting really... I think are there two shuttles over here? I think there were only two shuttles left on that side. We are going to see how many end up escaping, but these ones all have to be cleared off, and these factories now are moving over and just trying to ensure that they have adequate vision. Over here in SCV, over here, to try and just catch these things out. Those shuttles end up going down, and over here, these shuttles do end up escaping with 4 escape out of the 5, but that is Swann's laser drill. Let's have a look at the losses. A total of 21 factories have died, and those are most of the shuttles cleared, and that is GG.